You're watching the Carolina Classic Fair Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week, presented by Caring Hands Home Health. Here in the heart of Kernersville, North Carolina, it's a 1A, 2A matchup. The Bishop McGuinness Villains, they welcome the Winston-Salem Prep Phoenix. Our My 48 Games of the Week gives you a unique perspective on high school football across the state. Thanks for joining us tonight with the former Catawba offensive lineman Mark Covert. I'm Evan Budrovich. Bishop McGuinness, the Villains are roaring. 3-1 start. And in 2A football, they're one of the powerful programs and one of the smallest in the state. For Winston-Salem Prep, 15 state titles in basketball. Deron Middleton's program, they want to have success here in football. League openers tonight. Mark, how do these programs make a statement?
Well, it's about playing your best brand of football here this evening. You want to open up conference play on the right foot. You get that 1-0 start. It helps really springboard the rest of your season down the stretch. And for both clubs, it's got to come down to running the football. It's the physical mindset. You come into conference play, you want to establish that you are the alpha dog in your conference, and you get that first crack at another team in conference play. You want to establish the run right away.
A sneak peek at state title contenders in 1A and 2A football. And for more on these programs, here's Dave Gorn.
Well, you guys said it, two small teams in number. Prep, in fact, only has 22 guys on their entire roster. The Phoenix have scored only 6 points, and that was in the first game of the season. They're going to have to do better here tonight against the Bishop McGuinness team. As you said, Evan, is 3-1 on the season. They're humming on all cylinders, and they want to keep it going here for their home crowd and try to get to 4-1. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Dave. These programs have split the last 10 meetings, and the Villains, this high fan base, they're ready and fired up for some football. When we come back, it's opening kickoff. Bishop McGuinness, Winston-Salem Prep, a fun rivalry of 1A, 2A football when we return.
She's writing a novel, brother.
Ooh, that's a Facebook post, too.
Directed to you. You will be remembered. Oh, look, there they are. Look at that. Straight off the bus.
I found them.
Not much going on. So hang on. Hey, hang on.
You're watching the Carolina Classic Fair Fight Night Rivals Game of the Week, presented by Caring Hands Home Health. Here in the heart of Kernersville, North Carolina, it's a 1A, 2A matchup. The Bishop McGuinness Villains, they welcome the Winston-Salem Prep Phoenix. Our My 48 Games of the Week gives you a unique perspective on high school football across the state. Thanks for joining us tonight with the former Catawba offensive lineman Mark Covert. I'm Evan Budrovich. Bishop McGuinness, the Villains are roaring. 3-1 start. And in 2A football, they're one of the powerful programs and one of the smallest in the state. For Winston-Salem Prep, 15 state titles in basketball. Deron Middleton's program, they want to have success here in football. League openers tonight. Mark, how do these programs make a statement?
Well, it's about playing your best brand of football here this evening. You want to open up conference play on the right foot. You get that 1-0 start. It helps really springboard the rest of your season down the stretch. And for both clubs, it's got to come down to running the football. It's the physical mindset. You come into conference play, you want to establish that you are the alpha dog in your conference, and you get that first crack at another team in conference play. You want to establish the run right away.
A sneak peek at state title contenders in 1A and 2A football. And for more on these programs, here's Dave Gorn.
Well, you guys said it, two small teams in number. Prep, in fact, only has 22 guys on their entire roster. The Phoenix have scored only 6 points, and that was in the first game of the season. They're going to have to do better here tonight against the Bishop McGuinness team. As you said, Evan, is 3-1 on the season. They're humming on all cylinders, and they want to keep it going here for their home crowd and try to get to 4-1. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Dave. These programs have split the last 10 meetings, and the Villains, this high fan base, they're ready and fired up for some football. When we come back, it's opening kickoff. Bishop McGuinness, Winston-Salem Prep. A fun rivalry of 1A, 2A football when we return. Ready to rock and roll at Bishop McGuinness. Great night for high school football, and the weather is up to it. Here's to look at tonight's Skywatch weather game forecast. Chief Meteorologist Jonathan Went. His job's pretty easy this year, Mark. Great weather.
Yeah, it's been every single week. We've been blessed with it through the first 5 weeks of the high school football season. No different here. Honestly, that 81, A little misleading. It's beautiful outside.
Bishop McGuinness at 3-1. Winston-Salem Prep searching for their first win. Mark, how did the Phoenix get things rolling?
Well, it's stretching out that defense of Bishop McGuinness. You've got to stretch the field, get it vertically down the field, and take some shots early on, and build that confidence early going along with that. See if you can get some points on the board. And then for the home villains of Bishop McGuinness, finding that offensive balance, a really nice game plan last week, allowed them to find that and cruise on to victory for their third win of the season. And the mistake-free football kind of goes hand in hand with what the Phoenix want to do on the opposite sideline. Just staying confident. Don't turn the football over. Take care of it and continue to do what you do. You'll be able to come away with a win here tonight at home.
Winston-Salem Prep has an elite linebacker and a two-way standout, Chance Wellborn. How does the senior make an impact tonight?
Well, this is a guy that wants to play football at the next level, and you can see it. He has the build. He has the skills to do it as well. He's going to have to be all over the field tonight, be an absolute menace, not just defensively at that linebacker spot, but out wide as well, where he's got the capability to get the football in his hands and go. You can't possibly talk about what Bishop McGuinness does without going on the defensive side of the football. Defensive line, Ridge Taylor there, number 7, a game wrecker, lanky, very twitchy along that defensive front. He's going to be a big piece to getting that pressure back there and disrupting this Phoenix attack offensively tonight.
Taylor, the sack leader for this aggressive villain defense, forcing 2 turnovers last week. Bishop McGuinness off and running, 37-6 last week. Kickoff here, and the Phoenix have the football early. There's a nice return out to the 40-yard line, and that's where Sean Stovall returns it. Not a big roster for Winston-Salem Prep. Just 17 traveling tonight, but this offense rolls with their quarterback, dual threat in Tim Smith, our Mountain Fried Chicken starting attack. Chance Wellborn, we noted at wide receiver, but Dwayne Pone, top receiver, unavailable with a shoulder injury.
Yeah, unfortunate that he's not playing tonight. A big blow for what this offense can do, but again, Wellborn and the rest of the crew have to step up in his absence tonight if they want to come away with their first win of the year.
Coach Deron Middleton said, we've played 5A, 4A, 6A schools all year. This is our first game against similar level competition. 1 touchdown all year for the Phoenix, and that was Tim Smith on the ground.
A lot of the time, those early competition games against those higher level teams help build you as you go into conference play.
So here's Tim Smith. Over 200 yards a game. He's calling out an audible here on the first play. An adventure on the snap. Finds the running back, Amari Wilson. And how about credit there to Amari, making the most of it. The freshman turns nothing into a yard on first down.
High snap, throws the play off a little bit, but get it out to Wilson. He looks like he's bottled up. Give him credit. That elusiveness, the good footwork in the backfield allows them to at least get something on the play.
Here's the Mountain Fried Chicken defense for Bishop McGuinness. Last year it was 16 interceptions. This year's defense anchored on the D-line.
Yeah, absolutely, and the linebackers benefit from that. Between Holton and Stewart there, those are the guys. Great 1-2 punch. They clean up anything that gets past that formidable front four.
And Stewart, he's the best running back. A lot of two-way players here for the Phoenix and the Villains. Has a Hogwarts feel with all the names going on. A lot of signature matchup. Mascots are fantastic. And here in the heart of Kernersville, Winston-Salem Prep, their first drive. Tim Smith finds Wilson. And Ridge Taylor's all over it. A tackle for no gain for the senior captain on the defense.
Tracking the football down. It's exactly what they do. Those linebackers, again, will find and take down most anything that gets past that first line of literal defense. For the Villains, expect to see them flying across the field, making plays sideline to sideline.
Deron Middleton, the Winston-Salem State standout, he calls the offense for this unit. He said, our offense is just missing one big play. Every game we've had drives, had consistency, but struggling on third down.
And I wouldn't be surprised, especially on a play like this. You know you have to get something on the board early. Take a shot. If you can get the protection up front, get a shot down the field, just take it there and make sure the defense is conscious of it.
Christian Davis in motion here on 3rd and 6. And some early movement. They'll let the play go, and Tim Smith is in scramble mode. 4 defenders there, including Hauser Crowell, the junior D lineman.
Broken play. And Smith is just left to do it all on his own at that point. Offensive line does not do much for him after the play has begun. Kind of
and there was movement on the defense there.
There sure was. But credit them. They continue to play through it. You see how many different blue jerseys were around Tim Smith by the time he was taken down to the turf.
The Phoenix do not have a traditional punter. So here's 4th and 6 and a fumbled snap. And Tim is hanging on. There's a fumble and a turnover. So Bishop's defense gets a stop here on the first drive. And right now, no time for Tim Smith to throw.
No, absolutely not. Tries to go under center there. The exchange is it clean, puts the ball on the turf, and from there, it's complete scramble and chaos right at the line of scrimmage. Not where you want to be, and especially not how you want your first offensive possession to come to an end.
So Avery McMullen's offense, the Mountain Fried Chicken starting attack. Tristan Styers, it runs in the family. The Styers Tyler also calls the plays. Ben Stewart, elite running back, and Sam Ball, good prep, tall wideout.
Yeah, absolutely. I just can't wait to see what the balance looks like. You got a couple good wideouts here. A running back and Stewart is very good. And Styers, the man who makes it all go.
First handoff for Stewart. Good pursuit from this defensive line. Willie Little, who fits the name Little. He is tiny, but makes a lot of plays.
Sure does. Really want to emphasize what he does, that quickness, getting into the backfield and shooting through those gaps.
Willie Little is 160 soaking wet. Catching Deron Middleton. There's the Mountain Fried Chicken defense. They love Jordan Haney at linebacker. Covers a lot of ground.
They sure do. And realistically, you can look right there at the middle of your screen, Big 50 that they were highlighting, Carl Richburg. Another big guy along there, really good at rushing the quarterback. Makes a nice play defensively there in the run game.
Sets up 2nd and 10. Styers flings it deep. Wide open receiver and a drop through the hands of Henry Kyle.
Don't really expect to see that from your leading receiver through the first 4 weeks of the season. This is a guy who's got over 400 yards and 6 touchdowns on the campaign already. So you want to take those shots, you get your matchup, you get the play, everything is there. That time Kyle just alligator arms it, pulls those arms back a little too quickly.
Henry Kyle, 6 touchdowns. He's been an elite threat in the passing game. Couldn't squeeze that one.
Well, that's tough because you get that matchup, you get the big play right away down the field.
3rd and 10 for Bishop. 40 points a game through 4 weeks. Styers sends Ridge Taylor, the tight end, in motion. Here's a blitz. And the running game on 3rd down has collapsed. Nice pursuit. And that's Jordan Haney making the stop. 4th down.
Play in the middle of the defense right there. You start wondering, the roster not very big on that Winston-Salem Prep sideline. So where does the fatigue start to set in? But to start out the game, not a great start offensively, but you come back defensively. You hold them to now a 4th and long, and it looks like this offense for Bishop McGuinness is going to stay on the field.
Given that field position of the turnover, this is a big 4th down. Styers and company with a blitz. Tristan steps up. He's got time. Flings another deep shot. Kyle is there. That time, Henry catches one. Big gain of 30.
Like the touch and the non-panic you saw out of Tristan Styles. He evaluates the play, sees the pressure coming, steps up, gets outside the pocket. You see the eyes stay downfield, and instead of forcing something way down, just put some air underneath that football, lets Kyle come back to it and make the catch along the sideline.
28-yard pitch and catch. That's a big play. Don't you feel a little Steve Young, Styers running for his life, making plays in the pocket,
it was nice.
Jerry Rice downfield?
It was very nice. The left-handed southpaw as well. So good feel for the game. Really nice job quarterbacking on that.
That's a Crescent Fort first down, right of the game in style, an F-150. Or on the back of Ben Stewart. Here's a quick toss. And a flag before the snap. Let's see what happens here.
Colin Bloom. On the tackle, number 5, Green.
The catch for R.J. Geist. There's our lead referee, Cardis Reed. So that'll back up Bishop McGuinness. Can they capitalize on a big turnover in the opening drive?
Well, they saved themselves there on 4th down, connecting, but what you certainly don't want to do, you know that you've got the numbers on your side. So you've got an advantage there already. If you can get a couple of these drives into the end zone to start, you do yourself a lot of good just to get out ahead of it early on.
First and 15 off the penalty. Styers goes to Stewart. He's immediately spun down. Mark, this defensive line is winning the battle. How does that help the Phoenix tonight?
Well, that's emphasizing what you want to do, and that's the blitz package that this defense has. They got to get into the backfield and disrupt these plays. If they sit back there and just allow Styers and this offense to survey the field, it's not going to do them any good. Same thing applies to the run game. Bring the guys down the field, disrupt it in the backfield.
Deron Middleton, he's a Winston-Salem Prep Hall of Famer, a future one. Leads the program in career picks. He said, our team's going to bring pressure. They're doing it here on first down. Here's more pressure. Styers running for his life, and that pressure gets there, leading to an incompletion. Somehow not a sack, but this D-line is aggressive.
Yeah, they sure are. Styers able to get out of that one, throw it away very alertly, getting it down the field past the line of scrimmage while he's outside the tackle box. No grounding there.
How did
Very
Styers
nice play.
not fall to the ground right there?
I don't know. The strength to fight off a blitzer just coming off the edge. Did not have much. Willie Little had him dead to rights. Just couldn't bring him down.
He's slippery. They made a song out of that lyric, by the way. Here's 3rd and 14. Stewart has a blocker. And Stewart inside the 15. There is a flag, though, back at the line of scrimmage.
I wonder who that might be against. Blitz came off the right side of the offensive line, though. Bishop runs the other way.
That's a big penalty.
Sure is.
Turn to 4th and short into a decision here. This, to me, seems like the matchup of the game. Can Bishop's O-line hold off this aggressive defensive line?
Well, right now, that aggressive defensive line is winning up front. Those speed rushers are getting back there along the edges.
The inner offensive lineman and you's having a heart attack right now.
A little bit. Got to know, if you have guys blitzing off the edge, as a tackle, you got to get back there.
And we see the lead ref, Cardis Reed, pointing to the end of the play. It should be 10 yards from the spot of the penalty. And Deron Middleton's like, wait, where are we going here?
Yeah.
So now Bishop has to get to the 9-yard line here on 3rd and forever.
Again, talked about that pressure. These tackles have to get back. You know the edge pressure is coming. You got to get back there, expecting a shot down the field here on 3rd and long.
Play action. Styers rolls the other way. Fires incomplete. Kyle out of bounds. Would have been short regardless, and now big decision.
That would have been really close because he dragged that right toe as he was going out of bounds. And you only need the 1 foot, but they rule it incomplete. But that was a lot closer than it probably should have been.
No kicking game here for Bishop.
Again, knowing the down and distance, where
Aiden
you're
Yancey, the starting kicker, pardon me.
they got to get down to the 9. So you got to expect something close to the goal line at this point. See 4 wide.
There's 4th and 26. Where's that in the playbook? Styers rolls the other way. He's running out of time. Oh, Styers taken down. And a flag? Is this after the play on Chandler Arroyo, who got the sack?
Now, if it's after the play, because that was 4th down, so you have a change of possession here.
So what's the flag here? It's been a busy first 5 minutes for Cardis. What do you got for us? Oh, a face mask. That's a mistake you cannot make as a defense.
No, absolutely not.
Because Prep had him surrounded.
Yeah. I mean, you had 3 different defenders back there meeting at Styers. You get a penalty like that, you got to understand the situation. You have him bottled up. You've got teammates around you.
4th down for the Villains.
I guess I just wonder where it was. Because it could have been on Styers.
But interesting, it looks like it's still 4th down. And now a whistle. I don't know if this is an umpire timeout or if Durant Middleton's defense is figuring out punt play here.
Well, the football is still with Bishop McGuinness.
Well, my question is should it be first down or should it be fourth and a little shorter?
A lot shorter. Because, I mean, you're taking that ball and you're bumping it up to the 25. Still a 4th and long at that point, but
Week 1 of league play, week 1 for everybody, including our referees tonight, getting things figured out. Now, is it an automatic first down or is it just 4th and shorter? In the high school level, it's not as clear as the college game.
correct.
And I think the refs are having the same questions right now.
Because I don't know that it's an automatic first down. We're all trying to figure that out, of course.
So let's watch this one more time. Face mask called on Chandler Arroyo, the junior DN.
Right there.
I will say that face mask.
It was on Styers. But
He did pull his hand quickly.
But I think it was actually Willie Little that got him right on the face mask. It was not much at all, but it was enough. That's an interesting. That's a really good call. I mean, it's a tight call by this officiating crew.
You could argue that the defender was already pulling him down as the Okay, so from what we're seeing here, it's still 4th down. It's just 4th and minus 15 on the penalty.
So it doesn't change now.
Styers to throw. He needs a miracle. Styers taken down cleanly. Oh, another flag? Wait, don't tell me that's a face mask.
There's no way, right?
But is that enough yards for a first down on the second?
No, they'd still be short.
Personal foul, face mask.
Personal foul, face mask on the Phoenix.
So let's take a look.
Yeah, that's a face mask.
That one's more clean than the first one. Carl Richburg that time.
Yeah.
Okay, so we move the football 15 yards forward.
Always say it, if you're going to commit the penalty, get your money's worth.
Ball should be at the 11. Bishop would have to get to about the 9.
So now the playbook opens back up. You're in a complete passing situation.
How about 30 yards on 2 face masks? I mean, if that's not old school football, I don't know what is moving the ball.
And you got to start
An inch
thinking.
at a time.
You got to start thinking they're going
penalty at a
to
time.
bring some pressure. Are you running the football?
That's 15. So that's at the 11.
Or maybe not.
Well, they called it 15 from the spot of the foul as opposed to the line of scrimmage. So,
For the villain.
okay, third time's the charm.
So
Fourth and 5.
Still seems like a passing down here.
Styers, third opportunity. Feeds Stewart. Stewart breaks loose. Third time's the charm for Bishop. Fourth down conversion, senior running back. Penalties on the drive, and finally Bishop on the board.
And what this Phoenix team cannot really do here this evening is commit those penalties over and over, give new life to this Bishop McGuinness football team on their drives. They do it time and again. And finally, after a 4th down and what felt like forever in real time, we have our first score of the game.
That is our run home of the Triad touchdown. Run home of the Triad, where property owners and tenants find their perfect fit. That's like the foreclosure process. You sign early paperwork, then you meet for a second addendum, and then you follow up with some legalese, and then eventually it leads to a touchdown.
Where were we on that? What was that, 7th down?
Are you a house owner or an apartment renter?
An apartment
We'll
owner.
get you a house next year.
Next year.
Oh, fumble on the extra point. All the linemen are down. Blom, the backup QB, just lops it out of bounds. So we've seen everything in the first 10 minutes. We'll take the timeout. Ben Stewart, the touchdown maker. Wasn't a pretty drive, but it works for Bishop. 4th down conversion. Villains on the board early. YouTube and Facebook. Brought to you by Tip Top Roofing. Tip Top Roofing, faith, family, football, roofing, and tailgating. See the Bishop students out there? Hot air balloons, playing some games, Kona ice.
Now, granted, you and I were never really doing that stuff because we were playing, of course.
Hey, whatever it takes.
I've
And
never
at
seen
halftime of this week's Medical Minute presented by NCHSAA, managing the delivery of health and human-related services for all North Carolinians. Yeah, the games they can kick the soccer ball into the goal, they can shoot the hoops into the blow-up stations.
I had no idea there was a Kona track.
A little preview of the state fair, and here's a pooch kick. Returnable for the Phoenix. And Jamari Wilson, he's going to cut it back to the 40, and Taylor pops him. First drive mark, Winston-Salem, no pass protection. How do they improve that second drive?
Well, it starts with the snaps. Saw a couple of snaps go awry, whether they were high in the shotgun or just fumbled under center. They've got to get that down first, and then you can worry about executing. But it starts working there as you see Wilson working his way along the sideline of the Villains. There is no play without a snap.
This Villain defense, 4 turnovers last week, a turnover with a fumble on the first drive. They've been aggressive defensively. And we talk about how does Bishop as a 2A program make an impact in the playoffs. It starts with these turnovers right here.
And as the season goes on, those are going to become more and more prominent. Because a team that takes better care of the football, a lot of the times, especially once you get into postseason play, it's going to come away with the victory. So if you're taking care of the football and bringing it back to your side more often than what the other team is, you've got a great shot.
Kyrie Sutton, the first-year coordinator, making an impact. And now Tim Smith in this offense. 3 negative plays on the first drive. Smith rolls out. Oh, he's taking a deep shot. Smith, what a catch! Wow, Chance Wilborn, a clear pass interference. And he still couldn't stop him.
This is a guy had 10 catches coming into this game, but has 199 yards. So they will target him down the field, and this was the game plan. Stretch this defense vertically, take some shots early on, and that one, their first of the game, connects to Wilborn.
More discussion. Oh, there's 2 flags. There's a flag in the middle of the field, and there's a flag where the ball was caught. The busy evening for Cardis. Wait, but if the penalty's offset, the play should stand, correct?
No, they replay the down.
Oh,
yep.
For Winston-Salem Prep.
So wipe away a spectacular catch down the field. Good throw, give your guy a
chance. Where was the ineligible man downfield?
Plays offset. First down from the 40.
I think there was one right there, right at the very end, a little bit further down the field.
Heck of a catch.
What a catch.
We're putting that in the play of the game.
And
I'm counting it.
And really, you got to look at it also. Really nice pass down the field. You're giving Wilborn a chance all the way down on that end of the field.
So after the penalty, it's a fresh 1st and 10. Smith running for his life. And he's sacked. Taylor combined with Saunders. Colin Blom.
Just so tough to corral a defense like this in a front 7 and a front 4 that's able to get pressure on their own. Taylor, a guy with a lot of D3 offers. Again, talked about him being lanky, twitchy. You see there the closing ability to bring him down the sack alongside Baum.
Colin and Brady Blom, the brothers. Brady, the backup QB. Colin making things happen. A lot of siblings on these rosters. And here's Winston-Salem Prep. They traveled just 17, but they're fighting tonight. Tim Smith in scramble mode and a whistle.
Flag on the play.
The busiest man in Kernersville, Cardis Reed.
On the Phoenix, 5-yard penalty.
Get a game where you don't have the numbers advantage, and really it's vastly towards that Bishop side. You can't continue to shoot yourself in the foot here with these penalties and allow these drives to either back you up or you're pushing that offense of Bishop McGuinness forward.
Tim Smith leaning on his running back, Chandler Arroyo. Second and long. Smith throws it high, wanting Jamari Wilson. And right now, that pass protection, a big challenge for Winston-Salem Prep.
And really, for most teams that the Villains play this year, it's going to be a big problem. It's just a front four that knows how to get after quarterbacks, and even in the running game, they're able to stay gap sound, play their assignments, and when the run comes their side, they stop it. When the quarterback is sitting back there, they go get him. This is a front seven that knows how to get it done at the line of scrimmage.
Double-digit sacks the last 2 weeks for Bishop McGuinness. They are relentless pursuing the football. Here's 3rd and 20 for Tim Smith. Tim breaks one. He gets away. Pump fakes. Oh, boy. Tim, hang on to that football. That might be grounding. And way out of bounds. Hauser Crowell got to him.
It really gives Smart a lot of credit for continuing to fight. Throughout every play right now, that pressure is getting back there, but he's staying alive, not going down to the ground. And for him right now, it's just continuing to fight, even through the contact of trying to get sacked.
And poor Tim Smith, he has been scrambling for his life out there. He's the shooting guard on the basketball team. Won a state championship as a freshman. Now junior quarterback. We think will punt, although the Phoenix don't punt very often. Decent kick.
Not bad.
Good bounce. And that flips the field. It clearly got an extra 3 yards there. We'll let that one go. Everyone's having good fun. We'll take the timeout late in this first quarter. Bishop up 6. They get the football after this on my 48. Section. Tonight's Beatty Plumbing Fan Cam. Beatty Plumbing straight flush beats the full house. It's called the Pit. Toga Night. The theme is on point here in Kernersville. And we got cowbells, foam fingers.
I'm sorry, what? Foam fingers?
Add a little country twang to that.
Oh, jeez.
The Pit's ready to roll. 6-0 lead for Bishop. Trying to match their best start of the last 10 years. 4-1 last season under Mark Holcomb, who's now at the Wake Forest staff. Here's Avery McMullen's club. 3-1 coming in. Quick out route. That's Henry Kyle. Makes a cut and will gain 8 yards on first down.
A little bit of a bold decision by Kyle, cutting back inside and then stretching the football out in a crowd of people.
We need to work on ball preservation this week. Both teams are hanging on for dear life.
Gets the block to the outside. Feels it's best to cut back up inside. Got a couple blockers, but man, just poking the ball.
Because you're one Jarrell Freeman punch away from changing this game. Quick snap on second down. Tunnel screen. Broken tackle. That's Brady Blom. The backup QB getting his first catch.
See, the game plan's changing a little bit now. They're getting out on the edge. The first 2 plays of this drive, there's quick screens to the outside. That nullifies that pass rush completely to get on the edge in those one-on-one spots.
Crescent Ford first down, right at the game in style with the new F-150. Bishop, quick moving offense. Blom again. He'll gain 5 yards. Now, how does Winston-Salem combat this quick hitting attack?
They've got to back off that pressure. This is what it forces them to do, and this is going to be the chess match. They can't continuously bring those extra bodies up the field if they know that they're just going to continue to get attacked along the sideline.
And the Phoenix only have 17 players. They're exhausted. Blom again. Makes a catch. Blom stays on his feet near the 20. And all of a sudden, Winston-Salem, they're going to have some tough questions against this offense.
That's either 4 or 5 plays already on this drive, and every single one of them has been the screen game out on the edge. They are not playing with the middle of this defense right now. They are forcing them to adjust, and until they do, they're going to continue to go back to it over and over again.
Brady and Colin Blom pick and pop, making a difference, senior to junior. Here's Styers, first-year quarterback. He steps back. Styers to Blom, gets a yard, maybe 2. I feel like both quarterbacks are in scramble mode. Everyone's fighting for their life to get a pass off.
Well, they're trying to get pressure. On one side, you've got that front 4 of the villains getting back there and causing havoc in the Phoenix backfield. And right now, this defensive front for Winston-Salem Prep is getting back there and causing a little bit of a disturbance for what Bishop McGuinness wants to do offensively.
Bishop's pass protection, 3 new starting O-linemen, and Avery McMullen said that's the one area we got to improve. A lot of new players from JV, but they've had trouble protecting the quarterback. One returner, great Grayson Wheeler, the right guard. Everybody else brand new up there. Here's 2nd and 9. Stewart, nice hole. Stewart breaks a tackle. Stewart dragging men to the 2.
Stewart up the middle. That's a first down.
Again, the chess match, feel for your drive, right? 5 or 6 straight plays to the outside, gets the defense moving, gets the defense tired. So what do you do at that point? Straight back up the middle that time. Really nice play calling.
1st and goal in the Cook Reynolds red zone. Styers with a whistle. And that time the fast offense catches up to Bishop.
Not a clean first quarter from either side tonight.
That's the 6th penalty of the quarter. And a couple more that were picked up. You know blue tape when you go to a house closing and you hit all the marks on the wall and everything? It's like a yellow tape night. There's just yellow everywhere. We'll teach you that when you buy your first house, Mark.
Apparently it's next year.
You got to buy one in Kernersville, right here. Bishop's clearing some new land for an indoor facility.
Yeah.
You can live next to our director, Drew D. Marcantonio, and his son, AJ.
Is he going to help me get the house?
You can live. We could all figure it out together. Here on my 48 game of the week. Bishop McGuinness knocking on the door here in the red zone. Tristan Styers goes right and finds a touchdown. Sam Ball, the big receiver, 6'4", calls in his 3rd of the year.
Touchdown, Bishop McGuinness.
Naturally, you get inside the red zone, you start looking for those bigger body guys. Why not go to a guy in Sam Ball who has the reach, who has the size? That's 6'4". Give him the football, allow him to use that size, that body to get inside leverage. That time he does, he wins and gets into the end zone.
Let's see if Bishop can better perform this extra point. But a whistle and an encroachment on Winston-Salem Prep, which I don't even know how you encroach when no one's set, but that's a new one tonight. I've seen a lot of penalties, but I've never seen encroachment when the defense and the offense are not set just yet.
I think we've seen a lot of firsts tonight.
And now we're seeing Bishop saying, hey, we're bringing in the conclave here, going for 2.
Well, hey, you missed the first extra point with the botched snap. So why not? Go ahead and go get it.
So that moves it to the 1-yard line.
So see at the 1. Might be a physical play here, just running it up the gut.
Bishop for 2 after missing the first extra point. Nice run, and that's in there. Ben Stewart. And here's the great passing game of Tristan Styers, Mark.
Good awareness, sets those feet, fires into the end zone. Finds Sam Ball for the touchdown on the perimeter. Their 2nd score of the night. Also followed it up with great blocking up front and the balance that time by Ben Stewart. Keep his feet, get into the end zone for 2.
All Bishop early taking advantage of 2 turnovers from Winston-Salem Prep. And for more on the Phoenix, here's Dave Gorham.
Yeah, guys, if you take a look on the opposite sideline, there are 3 players in uniform that are not on the field. So 3 plus 11 is what? I was no math major, but that's 14 players dressed for Winston-Salem Prep. And you can bet they are going to be tired by the end of this ball game. We'll see if they can hang in here with the villains as we go along. But awfully tough to play high school football when you only have 3 players to fill in.
Yeah, Dave, Dwayne Home Jr., the linebacker, he's player 15. He's an all-conference caliber player. That's a big loss.
And certainly a guy that really motivates the other guys on the team to do better. One guy that you have to certainly look out for on offense. Has a couple catches on the year, has run the ball as well. And, of course, all the guys on this team are going to be able to do a little bit of everything because they're so shorthanded.
Another short kickoff. Wilson returns it. He needs a block here. Wilson going the other way and shoves Owen Rick out of bounds near the 30. But we do have a flag on the play right at midfield.
Owen Rick on the tackle.
What was the last time you saw a penalty go against?
I've never seen back-to-back face masks on 4th down. That is definitely
that's
a new
one thing. I really feel like I haven't seen a penalty go against the kicking team on a kickoff in a long time.
Yeah, was there an offside?
It's possible.
What do you got for us, Cardis? Just kidding. There's no flag. We're picking it up. A lot of yellow on the field in this first quarter. And now this aggressive Bishop defense. Kyrie Sutton, just 10 points a game allowed coming in. And they hit hard. 3 days of full pad practice. It's paying off in this first quarter.
It sure is. You get your mind right, come back, start a conference play. You want to set a tone early on. And I think defensively, this defense of the Villains has done just that. They've asserted their presence in the backfield. On the front, not allowed really anything to get off the ground for this Phoenix offense.
4 sacks for Bishop's defense. And Tim Smith, he's putting in his cardio, running for his life every play. Look how far back Smith is here. He's 8 yards back on the snap. Goes to Arroyo. And that loses a yard.
Arroyo on the carry. Tackle.
What do you try to do here if you're Winston-Salem Prep to open up some real estate?
I think they actually hit the nail on the head with the last drive, and that's the deep passing game. If you can just get the football down the field as Smith, put the football up in the air and give your guy a chance in a one-on-one situation. We already saw Wilborn come down with the football. It was brought back by a penalty on the play.
Second.
Brings up 2nd and 11 after the loss. Just 1 touchdown this year for the Phoenix. That deep ball, that was a 30-yard pass, a lot of opportunity, but a penalty offset it. And another penalty.
False start. Winston-Salem Prep.
So certainly now you start thinking, again, that passing game,
5-yard penalty.
just getting it down the field in a one-on-one spot and seeing if one of your guys can go make a play. I just think that's where they have to attack this defense tonight, Evan. It's got to be down the field. If you can just get those chunk plays. It's easier said than done against the front 7 that can get after the quarterback like this one can. But if they have any chance, they're going to have to do that.
Here's 2nd and 16. Taylor's immediately in the backfield. No chance for Arroyo. A loss of a yard there. And this Bishop D-line is teeing off.
And give Ridge Taylor some credit. The get off there was astounding. Look at the jump to the snap.
He beat the center to the quarterback.
That's some tape right there, Evan. For a guy that's got those collegiate offers, that is tape right there. Timing up a snap and getting off the football.
And that'll end the first quarter here in Kernersville. All Bishop McGuinness early. We'll take the timeout. Stick with us here on My 48 Game of the Week. The mastermind, Avery McMullen, pulling out a 2-score lead here over Winston-Salem. We're back with tonight's winning row. They get free tickets to the Classic Fair, 3rd to the 12th of October. Carolina Classic Fair, barn to be wild. In the toga section, they get free tickets. And they're stacking pretzels at halftime.
You're pretty excited for the fair.
But we're going to the fair.
Yes.
Second week. Here's the little reverse. The Statue of Liberty play, and it leads to an 8-yard gain.
How in the Boise State are you?
Wilson on the carry.
Nice little play out there on the outside. Good cushion, good execution.
I love the creativity here on 3rd down.
Got to get there. Now the placement may not have been the best along the sideline, not really anywhere to go, but move the chains a little bit.
Unfortunately, it's still 4th and 12. Oh man, all that trickeration to punt. We'll see if it helps out the punting game here of Smith, the quarterback. Here's Tim. Gets a boot on it. That ball's going somewhere. Takes a nice bounce. And now a return for Kyle. And Henry's yanked down at midfield.
It's a really nice play. Really nice play again by Wilborn.
Chance is going to play in college somewhere. Talked with his prep staff. He's got offers at Winston-Salem State, where his head coach was a standout, an All-American. Chance is going to be playing in college somewhere.
And I'll tell you what, the way he plays here, almost on every single down of every single game, he's going to be one of the most well-conditioned players in the state by the time this season is done. So certainly a guy who has displayed the endurance and also the ability to perform at a high level through it.
So Bishop gets the football back. Henry Kyle makes a cut, and he's got a first down gain of 11. This quick-hitting passing game, Mark, very successful.
And again, they go to those screen games. Just do it time and again to wear this defense out, go sideline to sideline, force them to run.
And that first quarter, 7 to 10 passing, very efficient on the tip-top roofing first down. Styers on the ground. Here's Stewart. Breaks one tackle. Challenges Wilborn, and Wilborn slings him with 2 flags.
Third around the left side. Flags on the play.
We've already seen it a couple times tonight. You think maybe this is another face mask.
The 4th face mask of the night for Winston-Salem Prep. They've been in good position to make tackles, but some self-inflicted wounds.
100%. A couple of the sacks on the first drive. They get back there, but they commit the penalty in the face mask. And now again, good tackle in space by Chance Wilborn, but not able to stay down. Pretty easy call that time by his officiating crew as he got too high on Ben Stewart.
That penalty moves the ball all the way into the red zone now. Cook Reynolds red zone. The Bishop program that made the first round of the playoffs a year ago. They want to go even farther here in the 2A level, losing to Mount Island Charter last year. Last year's season, first non-losing year since 2018, what Mark Holcomb has done, and now what Avery McMillan is doing.
Gotta tell you, Evan, it's been impressive to watch the turnaround here.
Styers looks right, little pump fake. There's an end zone shot, and Kyle dropped it.
Styers passing.
Henry Kyle had a great chance there for some trickeration.
In the end zone.
Jamari Wilson, though, great coverage
Second
and
down.
continuing to play through the
On
whistle
coverage,
that time.
number 3, Wilson.
Kyle had him beat in the end zone, got his hands on the football, but it's Wilson who plays through the whistle and just continues to compete right there, bobbles. Really, that may have been more on Henry Kyle just not coming down with it the first time than anything else.
Here's 2nd and 10. Styers puts a dime on first down. Now Stewart runs it and turns that into 2 yards. Elijah Skinner, the stop. Also tonight, we appreciate you watching our live stream, YouTube and Facebook, sponsored by Tip Top Roofing. Tip Top Roofing, faith, family, football, and roofing. And who doesn't love a good live stream? I will say, Mark, every week I'm blown away by the numbers. Everyone watching, enjoying these games.
Yes. And we love and appreciate you all for joining us.
And I love a good YouTube podcast. Put that on, hit the road for a couple hours.
and 9.
Could rewatch these games every night.
You got any favorites?
I'm a big Joe Rogan guy.
Yeah?
And that's like a 3-hour commitment. But
Oh, you.
also Alex Hermosi, the mental health coach. Here's 3rd and 9. Styers running for his life. He wants an end zone shot. Oh, the lefty slings it, and Kyle brings it in. But he wasn't in bounds.
Styers
And I think if he catches it initially, he is, but then the bobble puts him out of bounds.
Well, that's been the story here, especially on this drive and certainly the first half. Catch it the first time, even then. Yeah, I'll tell you what, though, Evan, just along the sideline here as well, earlier in the game, he made a catch a lot closer than it probably should have been. He's gotten a good awareness of where he is on the field. Just stay a little further to that sideline inbounds.
Henry Kyle, 6 touchdowns. He makes things interesting in the passing game. Here's 4th and 9. Little screen play. Wide open. Here goes Stewart. Perfectly designed.
Stewart on the screen pass. Touchdown, Bishop.
19-yard score for Penn Stewart, his 2nd of the night.
Wide open spaces along the left side of the field. Stewart turned around and probably could have just taken the football and walked it in. And a convoy out in front of him, only so many bodies along the perimeter because the pressure gets upfield. And that's about as easy as it gets on a screenplay for any running back.
That's a procession to the touchdown altar, the Rent-A-Home touchdown. Rent-A-Home with a triad. Great run for Stewart. He's in from 20. And now Bishop needs one more player to kick this extra point. Here comes Ryan McKenna. He got the memo. Oh! Just a bit outside. Also Stewart that time put a good effort on it. Just a wee bit left.
Kickers, they're just like us.
We'll take the time out. Good, we're showing you a touchdown to break. Styers, the creativity. Stewart following a bunch of blockers. Bishop rolling here in the 2nd on our My 48 game of the week. Welcome back to Kernersville. You see Villain Nation. Stay tuned for the My 48 halftime report. We'll have this week's Tatum and Atkinson Scholar Athletes, interviews with the coaches, principals, and more. My 48 Sports, your home for local sports.
Villain Nation has a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
The Villains are rolling
That's
tonight.
nice, man.
The pit looks great. This place is packed. The one TV game a year here at Bishop McGuinness. It's become a little tradition. Full tailgate, great parking lot. Parents saying hi to us pregame on the way in.
And it's been so cool to see it evolve. Because when we first came here, as you noted, there wasn't a whole lot of winning going on here.
This is a women's basketball school.
Right, and it very much still is for all intents and purposes.
Won 9 straight hoops titles.
Correct.
In
But
the previous decade.
this football team, this program's evolved, and they've got a following now.
Here's a kickoff from our special teams machine, Austin Stewart. And the kick return for Elijah Skinner. He'll bounce his way to the 30. And that's where Winston-Salem Prep will roll with it. But as Dave noted, with 14 guys and a few others, it's been a valiant effort from the Phoenix all year long.
And usually say it's the battle of attrition when you get further into the season. How many bodies are left that are healthy or at least on the field able to play? And certainly when you have a roster of this size, that becomes more and more prominent with guys that are just going both ways all game long, all season long.
And what a mentor. Deron Middleton, 9 years here at Winston-Salem Prep. He holds the interception record at the D1 level for Winston-Salem State, and he talked about teaching these young men, playing through adversity, learning how to just be an adult with this program.
He's a guy that understands it, right? He's a player's coach, someone who's been in their shoes, walked that walk before, and certainly a guy that preaches that team unity, and you see it.
He's rallying for his 14 players tonight. Tim Smith, the veteran of all of them, he's sacked by Ridge Taylor. Stay tuned for the My 48 halftime report. We'll have the Scholar athletes, interviews with the coaches, principals, and more. My 48 Sports, your home for local sports. And this Bishop D line, they are crashing the emotional party here of Winston-Salem Prep.
Just handling business as they know they can, as they know they should. A couple studs up there, Taylor, Cole, Wheeler. I mean, there's guys across the board that have really got it done.
Sets up a 2nd and long. Still looking for that first down of the night for the Phoenix. Smith, pump fakes. Oh boy. Tim, you're going the wrong way. He's trying to escape Grayson Wheeler, but not much doing there.
I feel like it's just the same play we've seen several times. He gets back there, he puts a stiff arm in a defender, just trying to keep them at bay long enough, and just cannot get away.
During the 4th quarter, we'll be highlighting the school bus stop of the game. The law in every state requires drivers to always stop for a school bus when the stop arm is out and the red lights are flashing. I drove by like 8 school buses on my drive over here tonight.
I hope you stopped for every one of them.
I stopped for every single one.
That's good.
Don't see too many school buses on the highway, though. That was unique. Got a school bus going like 75 riding past me. So I was listening to Adele on the way over. I was like, man, I thought I was going fast. Well, my child listens to Adele. It puts her to sleep, so I'll teach her that one, too, when you have a kid coming up.
She's not here tonight.
Maybe next week. There's 3rd and 24 for Smith. He goes short. Oh, nice hit in the secondary. And 4th down coming up. That's Sam Ball in coverage.
Freeman falls incomplete on the coverage, number 11. Sam Ball. Ball with the coverage.
Good coverage on the back end that time. Just able to rally to the football, break up the pass. Oh, break up the ball by Ball.
I see what you did there.
Kind of interesting. A guy that's 6'4", and that build playing at that corner spot.
A touchdown already in the first half.
Don't see much of that.
And here's Tim Smith, 4th punt of the night for the quarterback, the varsity basketball shooting guard, and the homecoming court member. Ooh, nearly blocked. And that'll die around the 40. That's where Bishop gets the football.
How was it not blocked?
That might have been tipped. We'll take the timeout. We got 7 minutes of football before halftime. Oh, that kid can play quarterback. He's got a cannon. We'll be back after this timeout on My 48. time of this week's Medical Minute, presented by NCHSAA, managing the delivery and health of human-related services for all North Carolinians. And of course, at halftime, we'll have Tatum and Atkinson Scholar Athletes, interviews, principals, and more on the other side of My 48 Sports, your home for local sports. 3-score game. Bishop gets the football back. Winston-Salem Prep will bring some pressure. Styers goes to Blom, the backup QB. I love that dynamic. We see a lot of times in high school have a dual threat, 2-quarterback, but this is more receiver QB.
Yeah, it's a little more traditional, but also kind of wonky, right? Because you don't know what you can do at that wideout spot with Blom. But
I'm curious if a double pass is ever in the play.
Correct. That's kind of the situation there. But forward pass, good execution on first down.
Blom, keeper for Styers. And Tristan drags the defender to the 20.
Styers on the carry.
So here's the running game of Tristan Styers.
That run, good enough
Sneaky
for
athletic,
Bishop
isn't he?
McGuinness.
Kind of quick. You wouldn't think that he's as quick and deceptively so.
He must have loved that play call from Tyler, part of the Styers family, saying, hey, you want to run this? Oh, of course.
Absolutely.
I'm ready to go.
Just call your number. You see that defensive end crash down, pull the ball out. Classic read option right there. Good read by Styers.
Tip-top roofing, first down, halfway through the second quarter. Styers slings it, a little low and incomplete. Wanted Colin Blom that time.
Started to the left, quickly comes back to his right, and wants Blom on the edge, but a little too far behind him.
Covered by Wilson.
Trying to fire it in there. Threw it to where he was, not where he would have been.
Chance for Styers to talk to his brother Tyler. They noted a coming out party against Fort Bush, 37 points in week 1. Styers, who was a former receiver, played baseball, a lot of different sports, but he stepped up at quarterback this year, filling the shoes of Alex Waterfield, the all-conference QB. Now he changes the play and goes to the running game. Stewart beats a man. Stewart sprints loose. What a touchdown score from 21.
Ball carried by Ben Stewart. Touchdown.
Got a little jump cut with the defender falling right in front of you in traffic and then bouncing it to the outside. Ben Stewart shows off some elusiveness on that touchdown scamper. The vision to get upfield, follow his blockers, and then finish it off with a little sweet feet on the back end.
You know, fittingly, I can't do math, 22-yard score for number 22. It's all fitting, and a chance to score 26 and then a 2-point play. That's incomplete. How about Ben Stewart here, his third score of the night.
Good running, good hard running, good blocking up front, and then right there, breaking away. Wilborn was on the floor. Stewart recognizes that, just bounces outside. Good awareness. And just like that, straight line speed beats everyone to the edge into the end zone. Ben Stewart, a really hard runner, guy that averages almost 7 yards a carry coming into the game, has a good feel for the way his guys up front block, and that's invaluable when you're talking about running the football. It's just not just about what your offensive line does, but if you have a running back that understands how they block, it goes a long way.
In a state where running backs have been dynamic all year long, really opens the door here. Tyleek Mitchell of Southern Nash leads the state in rushing. Jalen Moore at High Point Christian Academy leads the state in scoring from the prep side of things. There's running backs all over the state that can make plays. That's Ben Stewart tonight with 3 scores. Here's Skinner on the kick return. And he's going nowhere.
On the return. Bolton and Taylor on the tackle.
Really want to see if they can connect on one of these deep passes now. We haven't seen one since the completion and then brought back by a penalty to Wilborn down the field on the second drive of the game for the Phoenix. But of course, a lot of that has attributed to the fact that they have not had time to throw the ball down the field. This front 7 of Bishop McGuinness has done a great job of disrupting play after play in the passing game.
Fresh drive here for Tim Smith, who's been facing the heat all day. Now Amari Wilson, the running back, comes in. He'll gain 2 yards on first down. A little way to slow down this pass rush here, Mark.
Definitely feels like they've got some athletes, though, right? Like they got Wilson out there. We've talked about Wilborn. Smith, when he has time to throw the football, is a good passer down the field. They just don't have the guys up front right now that are able to protect him and allow him to get the ball on the edge to a guy like a Wilson, like a Wilborn.
14 plays, negative 10 yards for Winston-Salem Prep. It's been an adventure. Although the 130-yard play, you hate to see that called back. That would have been a game changer early. Smith goes to his sideline for the new play. First-year starting quarterback. Good rush. Wilson running for his life. And on 2nd and 7, gets half the yards he needs. 3rd and short coming up.
Wilson's pretty quick, isn't he? See right there, just fakes the handoff and then the quick burst to the outside for Jamari Wilson. Kid that's just a freshman, but you see the ability not just to get that speed along the edge, but the vision as well to cut it upfield, get some yards there, and set them up with probably their first real manageable 3rd down of the evening.
Good running game early. Here's 3rd and 4. Coach Middleton said all week, we just need one drive. We need a good score early, create some momentum. Maybe a late blitz before half could bring them to life here for the Phoenix.
Now on 3rd and short, can this offensive line hold up against this front 7?
And a whistle. Well, these self-inflicted wounds are the real penalty of this game. And instead, a timeout.
Timeout, Winston-Salem Prep.
Now, Mark, this Phoenix program, it was once proud football program. They've had some transfers, they've had some matriculation, just one win each of the last 3 years, but you can't discount the heart and the effort of these kids.
No, when you're talking about a team that's playing both ways, every single drive almost, and you're tonight coming into the game with 14 guys in uniform. I mean, that's a challenge for any team across the state. It wouldn't matter if you had an entire collection of 14 5-star prospects on the field. They have to find a way to stay on the field, even when they're winded, when they're worn down.
Special welcome.
I give them all the credit in the world for even coming out here and keeping this game to where it is at this point.
The bus was stuck in traffic. The kids got here about 30 minutes before the game, but they're competing. And Father Cook's in the house. He better be throwing some footballs at halftime. Last year, the priests were having a blast.
Yeah, they were.
Running some corner routes, running some seam routes down the field.
Evan had a couple of them, could fire the pigskin a little bit.
But we saw some good completions last year.
There were some nice catches.
There were some 5-yard outs.
I'm telling you.
No Hail Marys needed. It was all simple passing.
A little fade route into the corner of the
They
end zone.
do the wide receiver tree.
Come back, Sluggo.
Look at Ryan McKenna. Or pardon me, not Ryan McKenna. Look at Dylan Manahay-Nayola, 51. He is having an absolute blast out there. He's 5'6". He's 180. Clearly, he's a youngster, sophomore, but he's making the most of this varsity opportunity.
Sure is. Got a chance to get up here and get your burn. Take advantage of it. Because those younger players, whenever they end up getting this experience, they're able to use it going forward as those years go on and they get older.
You see the refs clearing something up here. But we're ready to go. There is a player for Prep that needs to maybe change a jersey or put on a jersey. Okay, so Elijah Skinner, the running back, has now become 52. Elijah Skinner, the offensive lineman. I don't think I've seen that one a lot this year.
Not in the middle of a game, I can tell you that.
A timeout to bring in the heavy package.
Probably could have made a case that Eddie Lacy could have made that transition at some point in his career, but not in the middle of a game.
Mark, remember last week North Davidson's tight end became an offensive lineman number 8. Last week it turned to 38 on the game-winning drive.
That's right. Yeah.
You guys should see the steam coming out of Mark Covert's ears right now. He cannot believe that there was a twice in 2 weeks a jersey change.
Yeah, you can't imagine.
That was a great battle. Came down to the final score. Central Davidson beat North Davidson this game. A Bishop domination in the first half. Okay, following the timeout and the jersey change, here's 3rd and 4. Tim Smith in motion. Wilson. He needs 4. And he's popped right at the sticks, a yard short. 4th and 1 coming up.
You better believe the way we've seen it tonight. Now 4th and 1, they're going to go for it. This offense will stay on the field. They're certainly going to go for it.
Ridge Taylor, what an impact defender. Senior, D3 offers. We know his mom's Allison in the crowd. GM of My 48. Always appreciate them inviting us here to Bishop. Learning something new every year.
Has been a lot of fun to see this program expand and grow into what it is right now. A lot better than when we first came here the first time.
Yeah, community school Davidson put up a 50 burger 3 years ago. A lot has changed here for Bishop. 4th down. And that's short. There's a stop, and Bishop gets the ball back. So now the Villains get 3 minutes to try to add on to this 26-point lead.
Good time to work on some of your fundamentals, your execution, especially up front along that offensive line. You're starting in plus territory. How much time can you burn before the end of the first half? That's what you want to see here. It's a different kind of 2-minute drill. You're not rushing. You're taking your time.
And you get the ball in the second half with a 35-point mercy rule in effect.
Correct.
There's a quick swing route to Blom. And he'll get a nice chunk on 1st down. What an impact here for the backup QB, Brady Blom.
It's pretty interesting. We didn't see that screen pass, I think, one time on the opening drive. And since then, it's been almost the only thing they've deployed if they haven't run the football.
It's been the Tristan Styers show in this first half. He looks right. He finds Kyle. And another 1st down here for Bishop. Clock ticking.
I think Kyle may have had a little bit more room to the outside to work with. He's one-on-one with that corner on the edge, but he turns back inside to where the rest of the defense is.
No huddle offense here in the tip-top roofing 1st down. There definitely was not a man at the line of scrimmage here. So it looks like a timeout for Bishop. Yeah, Owen Reek tried to run on the field last minute. He kind of just froze, trying to set himself, but he was not ready for the snap. Hey, and freeze tag, if I just don't move and nobody sees me.
They'll never see me. Is that the old T-Rex rule? Don't move, but I'll never see you.
Well, Tyler Styers said he wanted his offense to be fast. This is the next level of speed tonight, testing Winston-Salem Prep.
Just making them run sideline to sideline. You know that you have the numbers advantage. You want to get the guys that are on the field tired, get them winded, so when you want to go up the middle, and you always return to that running the football kind of mentality, just getting in the middle of that defense, mixing it up a little bit. The more tired they are, the more they don't want to get hit, the better it is for you offensively. Very impressive for Bishop McGuinness so far this evening. Their mix, the way they adjusted their game plan almost immediately, just going to that screen game. And like a lot of coaching staffs do, they didn't go away from it. Stick with it until the defense makes an adjustment, and they have not.
Styers, pump fakes. Already a 3-touchdown night for Tristan. Whoa, he stayed. Oh, no. Brady had reservations for 6, and he couldn't squeeze it.
For number 16.
It really looked like Styers was going to take off running, but he steps back. Back just before he gets to the line of scrimmage, comes back behind. The nifty footwork by Tristan Styers.
Yeah, are we sure Styers stayed behind the line of scrimmage? But there's Blom wide open.
By the time he threw it, he was back behind it. Now, of course, went past it. completely, then it's, he's a runner officially. But
His coaching staff said Tristan understands what we want to do with him on every play. He's very smart, meticulous in the film session. And he's kind of a creator as well.
And you saw there, my thought process was, why get 5 when I can just get a touchdown, if possible? Had the play.
There's second down. Back to Stewart. Whoa, Stewart is dancing for his life, and he's driven. Jordan Haney, great stop.
Yeah.
Forward progress will lose a couple yards.
But the Phoenix relentless along that blocking front. Stewart looked like he had good initial push from his offensive line, but
Wow, it's a very positive spot there. That forward progress gave him 5 extra yards. Here's 3rd and 10. Quick route. There's Ball. Ball breaks one, and he stiff arms to the 10. Effective night for Sam Ball.
pretty shifty along the edge as well. Guys, 6'4" frame. You don't expect to move like that, but puts a move on the corner.
Into the Cook Reynolds red zone. Oh, yeah. This Bishop team is finding their rhythm with the no-huddle offense. Styers. He escapes. Styers runs it, and he's in.
Ball carried by the quarterback.
First rushing score for Tristan Styers. The creativity from the lefty.
Bishop McGuinness.
Talked about the football IQ. Gets on the perimeter, sees his receiver out there, but he knows he's one-on-one with the linebacker in space. Sets him up by drifting outside, and then the sharp cut back to the inside. Puts that linebacker on skates, and he waltzes into the end zone.
Third running score for Styers. Really making things happen.
Pretty intuitive player. You can tell Tristan Styers has a good feel for the game and everything that is going on around him. Allows him to create and also execute.
And it's in. Luca Ferreira, the kicker. He wasn't on the depth chart, but sometimes you got to go deep in the roster.
If you've got a foot, we're going to kick it.
How about the creativity here of Tristan Styers?
See the smarts here. Drifting, and then cuts back. Knowing he's got that one-on-one matchup, and if he wins, he's into the end zone. Just a really nice job working the field, working the players, using your eyes to shift the defense, and then your legs to finish it off.
33-0. This is all Bishop McGuinness tonight. 6 plays, 40 yards, real quick and efficient.
127.
Not wasting any time tonight, Mark, offensively.
That first drive, just a bit of a struggle. But once we got through the multitude of penalties that kept it alive, and Ben Stewart scampered into the end zone for his first score, since that point, this Bishop McGuinness offense has been nearly unstoppable, untouchable on the field, and have scored every drive they've had the football since.
$33-0 Bishop. Here's the kickoff. Remember, that's Elijah Skinner, who was number 4, and now he's spun down near the 20. I got a little confused by the number change, so he didn't flip it back. Because he's going to play O-line on the next couple of plays.
And that's the next step, is having guys kind of switch out at different positions, allow them to catch a breather. If you just continue to play offensive and defensive line every single series, you're going to get winded fast. So they got to switch some of those guys out.
Final minute of this first half for Tim Smith. And we've got the My 48 halftime report coming up, including pretzel stacking with Dave Gorn down there.
Is Dave stacking?
I think he should.
I want to see Dave stack.
We'll ask him if he can join us for the fun. And a whistle and a timeout for the Phoenix.
Timeout, Winston-Salem.
Getting on the same page with the plays.
I think Dave would be pretty good at it. Mr. NSMA down on the sideline tonight.
Great music choice during this timeout. Student section going to actually dance to it?
Do they know it?
Well, we see a lot of students starting to head for the tailgating.
A little bit of Justin Timberlake for you.
Togenine by being a little early for some of the students, or getting a head start on halftime snacks.
Yeah, that's possibly true.
There they are. Foam Finger Kids having a blast. He said, look, I got 2 of them.
You know they were part of that winning row, so they get those free tickets to the fair, Evan.
That's the Carolina Classic Fair.
Yep.
October 3rd to the 12th.
What you looking forward to?
All the food. Oh, man, when they bring the food in at halftime the next 2 weeks.
Where does it start for you? Like when you think of the fair food that we've gotten?
I like the pickle pizza.
Pickle pizza was good.
It's unique,
Oh,
but
it's
it's delicious. It's an adjustment period, I will say.
It's so
but once
good.
you get used to it,
There's not a single part of it that sounds as appetizing as it actually is.
or like the deep fried Cinnabons that are pretty thick and have the swirl on top. Oh boy, here's a fumble. Wilson hangs on to it. Had some snapping issues for the Phoenix tonight.
Wilson on the recovery.
And this relentless pressure of Bishop starting to pile up to end the half.
Just unrelenting here in half number 1. Has certainly helped them compile this 33-0 lead. They would not be here without this defense and their suffocating efforts
On the 11-yard
here in the
line.
first 2 quarters.
So it's been Wilson's drive the last 2 possessions. Might be burning the final play of the half here. And a loss of 2 on the carry.
Arroyo on the
Another
carry.
tackle for Ridge Taylor.
Taylor on the
Came
tackle.
all the way around, timed up the snap again, and came all the way around the edge that time to make that stop. Get a feel, Ridge Taylor's got a really high motor.
That'll send us to halftime here in Kernersville. All Bishop McGuinness.
Don't forget about the concession stands to your left.
We're going to hear from Miss McGuinness staff in just a moment because it's been all Bishop tonight. They're playing well. We know Deron Middleton's club's got some fight to him. But right now, Bishop very impressive in this league opener. And now we got Dave Gorham ready to go. Dave, how you doing?
All right, thanks very much, Evan. 33-0 here at halftime. Head coach Avery McMullen joining me. And Avery, I look at the score sheet. I see Stewart, Styers, Stewart. Sam Ball snuck in there.
Yeah.
Pretty good offensive first half.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we started a little bit slow. Didn't execute as well as we would have liked to in the first couple drives. But we settled down. We got a little rhythm going, and hopefully we keep that going in the second half.
It's one of the toughest things for coaches when you're up big at halftime to keep the guys focused. What's your message to them?
Yeah, absolutely. We just want to execute. We want to play our brand of football. We want to do it the Bishop way, and we want to definitely finish this game out. They're a scrappy bunch over there. I know they're low on numbers, but they're fighting hard, and so we got to keep it going the rest of the game.
Appreciate your time. Good luck second half.
Thank you, guys.
All right, that's more on the My 48 halftime report coming up after this.
Throughout the 2025 Carolina Classic Fair Friday Night Rival season, Tatum and Atkinson Law Firm will recognize an exceptional senior student athlete from each of the participating schools with a plaque presentation prior to each game. This week's Tatum and Atkinson Scholar athletes are from Bishop McGuinness High School. Bishop's Claire Sullivan is a three-sport athlete playing soccer, cross country, and is the captain of the girls basketball team. She is on the National Honor Society, was a junior marshal, and holds a 4.67 GPA. Claire gives back to her community by serving on the Student Visionary for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. She has 30-plus hours at Second Harvest Food and is the vice president of the Crafts for Kids Club at school. From Winston-Salem Prep High School, Winston-Salem Prep's Alexis Ruiz is captain of the girls volleyball team and is all-conference on the Northwest Piedmont 1A Conference in track and field. She is on the National Honor Society in the marching band and is the yearbook president. Alexis holds a 4.0 GPA and gives back to her community by volunteering at the Forsyth Humane Society. Claire, Alexis, and other nominated students are also eligible to win a $5,000 scholarship to be presented at the end of the season. Congratulations to our Tatum and Atkinson Scholar Athletes of the Week. Sponsored by Tatum and Atkinson. Injured in a car wreck? Call the Heavy Hitters.
You're watching the My 48 halftime report. My 48 Sports, your home for local sports. Dave Gorin here at halftime. Bishop McGuinness leads at 33-0 over Winston-Salem Prep. And joining me now is Dr. Jared Rashford, the principal here at Bishop McGuinness High School. And good to see you, first of all.
Thank you.
You guys kind of have a dual mission at Bishop McGuinness, education, faith. Talk a little bit about how you instill both of those things in your students.
Yeah, well, that's a great question. At the core of our mission here is to form the faith, intellect, and character of the young men and women that are with us here. We couldn't do that without two incredible groups. First would be our faculty and staff who are absolutely dedicated to our mission here, and the others would be our parents. We definitely do everything we do in partnership with them.
Now, we're out here for football, obviously. Your guys are doing pretty well. How does athletics fit in to that whole, the whole academic faith overall mission of the school?
Yeah, absolutely. I think most, it aligns most with the formation of character. We have here at Bishop McGuinness close to 70% of our students will participate in at least one sport over the course of the academic year. Many of the students will actually play in 2 or 3 sports. Not only does that help them form smaller communities within the community of our school, but as you can see here tonight, it really brings out the school and it's a larger community in support of these student athletes.
Well, you said larger, you're adding people, you're adding programs, right?
That is correct. So we actually opened this year back in August with 484 students, which is about 10 or 11 years of increased year-over-year growth, which is outstanding. In particular, a program we're very excited about is our St. Gabriel program. So this is the inaugural year of St. Gabriel program. That's been in the works for probably about 5 or 6 years now in the planning. That's a program that particularly serves students with an autism diagnosis or a mild or moderate learning difference. So we're starting small. We have 4 students in the program this year, but very excited to welcome them into our school.
Well, you have to start somewhere, and it's a great program. Congratulations on that. Thanks to you for your time tonight, and good luck second half.
Thanks so much.
All right, that's Dr. Jared Rashford, and we will be back with more on the My 48 halftime report after this. Stay with us. Welcome back to the My 48 Halftime Report. Dave Bourne here with the principal of Winston-Salem Prep. His name is Nick Dixon. And Mr. Dixon, thank you very much for joining us.
Hey, excited to be here.
Your guys are down now, but I tell you what, if anybody is watching and not impressed, 14 players dressed. They're playing their behinds off. What are some of the bright spots you've seen from your coaching staff and players this season?
Absolutely. So Coach Milton and his staff have done a great job of keeping our guys focused on the next play, the next opponent, not being persuaded by the scoreboard, but continues to play hard each and every down. We teach our kids about persistence and overcoming challenges. We've had some this year on our team, and they've been able to battle through those things throughout this year.
So you guys are a magnet school, but you're part of the Winston-Salem Forsyth County school system. What's unique about the magnet program, and what role does it play?
Yeah, so we actually have a career technical education and magnet focus with 2 different strands in sports entrepreneurship and sports marketing. And so we teach our kids that, in order to be successful in those areas, you have to have teamwork, dedication, innovation, be strategic in your problem solving, and all those things are applicable when it comes to playing on any sport that we have in our school. So it's all transferable.
I was going to say, what's happening out here hopefully transfers to the classroom as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. We teach them that.
Well, appreciate your time. Good luck in the second half. Maybe we'll get a touchdown or 2 and make this a little bit closer.
That's right. Go Phoenix.
There you go. Nick Dixon, the principal at Winston-Salem Prep. Right now, we're going to have some highlights from this game in a little bit. Right now, we're going to take a look at some Friday Night Rivals highlights from all across the country. Check it out.
The best Thursday night lights and Friday night rivals highlights from across the country.
Really firing the ball deep. He's got a receiver. He also has a defender near him who comes down with the ball. Interception. No, Rickards caught it. I thought it was picked. No, Rickards caught it.
Play make, de Blasio's rolling to throw. Will launch upfield. Oh, what a catch in traffic. And breaking free is Wyndham. And he dives towards the pylon, gets it, touchdown. Wow. How about the effort by Wyndham? The catch in congestion, and then he turns up the sideline and dives to the pylon and scores. Watch this. This was something else right here. There's been some big plays in this game tonight. And this ranks.
And Gilson is going to throw it outside, and it's intercepted. It is picked off. And this could be a house call. And he dives ahead. Justice Tilla.
Colbert looks to pass, got plenty of time. Now here comes the pressure. Going to try to get it to Keel and does. Keel keeps his feet. Look at Keel. Weston Keel's going to keep his feet, and he's going to go 10-5. Touchdown. Bearcat.
The Navian backs got time to throw it. Does so. The corner of the end zone. Jump ball. They're going to call a flag on Simmons. And he caught it. Did he catch it? They give it to him right here.
The North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services is proud to present you with this Medical Minute.
A little over 20 years ago when I came in to get clean and sober, coming in I was super nervous, didn't know what to expect. And I came in and really in those moments they had people coming in, different speakers, different classes, and I was learning things that I had never took the time to learn. My growth and development stopped the moment that I started using drugs and alcohol. And so therefore my mind wasn't the same age as I was. They helped me to feel comfortable because recovery is a lifestyle and you will be doing this for the rest of your life. You're unique and your recovery will be unique, but there is a program and a place that could help you.
It's okay to need support. No matter your crisis, you have options. Visit ncdhhs.gov/crisis services.
This Medical Minute is brought to you by the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services.
Back here in Kernersville, Bishop McGuinness leading Winston-Salem Prep 33-0 at halftime, joined now by Lily Craven from the Carolina Classic Fair. Good evening.
Good evening. Happy to be here.
All right, we're creeping closer. Give me the dates on the fair so everybody can put them on in their Google Calendar like I do.
2 weeks away today, October 3rd through 12th, and everything can be found on our website, carolinaclassicfair.com.
All right, while we continue to talk, we're going to have the pretzel stacking contest. We have Devin on the left. We have Lily Mack in the middle, and Gabby's helping out along with Angie Jordan from I-48 and ABC 45 on the left. Let's go, guys. Let's stack them up. We'll see how they do. And while they do, Lily, how about new events this year? What do we have?
So our biggest one, of course, is going to be the QRC Ice Arena. We're going to have ice skating, figure skating, hockey games in the ice arena. Also new is Twiggy the water skiing squirrel, Megamorph the transforming car. So we've got a huge list of entertainment that we're excited about.
Sounds like a lot of fun. And of course, if you have all the fun, you need food with it. You know, Evan and Mark up there in the booth, they're like, what are they going to bring us at halftime? They're pretty much begging up there. What can they look for?
Well, we've got some good options. We've got deep fried peanut butter cookie dough. We've got deep fried pickle mac and cheese. We've got waffles on a stick. We've got everything fried you can imagine. So it's going to be a good show out of food.
And while we were watching, Devin lost his 8 pretzels, and Lily Mack, she's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And here comes Devin trying to come back. Look at Lily Mack. She's got that head is like perfectly still and straight. The pretzels are getting a little tipply there. And there they go. Do we have a winner, Angie? Devin held on. Devin the winner. He gets the big fuzzy football. Lily, thanks very much. We'll see you at the fair.
Thank you. I'm excited to have it.
All right, let's go back up to the booth. Evan, Mark, what are your choices from Lily's menu?
How about the sportsmanship of the pretzel stacking, first of all?
I'm just going to address Dave really quick. That pickle mac and cheese, dear sweet Lord in heaven, do I need that in my life? I need that in my life.
We're bringing that in the next 2 weeks, next 2 games we have, 10-3, 10-10. That's part of the Carolina Classic Fair. Here are the numbers. A little one-sided.
Well, a little bit. But again, numbers game. You got a lot of guys playing both ways for that Phoenix team and just not able to muster much. And Bishop McGuinness, they have the business. They have the ability to handle their business tonight. And that's exactly what they did in the first half. Really nice job running the football when they found opportunities and throwing the football through the air, and that short passing game was efficient.
How about the highlights from the first half? Bishop McGuinness got to stop early, and then this offense was rolling when they got the football.
A little bit of a sluggish start offensively, though. They got the football back there, but it took some penalties to stay alive on that first drive. Ultimately, it culminates in this Ben Stewart long touchdown run, their first score of the night, and from there, they really got rolling offensively.
Styers found his passing game to big Sam Ball.
Next there, one of his 2 touchdowns of the first half and the second of Stewart's touchdowns in the first half shown there. Just an offense that adjusted as the half went along. Next was Stewart again for his 3rd overall of the half, and then just a balanced attack offensively across the board. Running the football, again, opportunistically, and just throwing the football along the edge. Get this defense moving a little bit, get them worn out, and then attacking in the middle of the field.
So that's a peek of some of the first half highlights. Dave Gordon's down with Coach Middleton.
All right, thanks very much. Evan Duran Middleton, Winston-Salem Prep head coach. You knew it was going to be a battle. You have 14 guys dressed tonight Talk to me about the heart your guys are playing with.
Oh, they playing with a lot of heart, man. I'm super proud of them. Playing with a lot of heart, a lot of resilience. And this is probably our 4th or 5th game playing this way, and we always finish, so I'm happy about that.
Now, I want you to take a look at the smile on this guy's face. I mean, it's easy to get down in this situation, but, I mean, you're the guy who sets the tone. You have to keep them up. What was your message to them at halftime?
Just stay together. I told them just stay together. We got this. We've already started a conference play. We got a lot of guys out, 2 or 3 for injury, 2 or 3 for, personal reasons. But once we get our whole team together, I told them we're going to be back in family and everything's going to be good.
Well, appreciate your time. Good luck here in the second half.
Yes, sir.
All right, that's Deron Middleton. His team trails 33-0 at halftime. We'll be back with the second half after we take a break for this.
There's our schedule of games all year long. We have a bye week next week. Mark's going on his bachelor party, I was told. Didn't get the invite, by the way. That's for another day. Okay. So we're back for the Carolina Classic Fair at West Forsyth. Good matchup, East versus West, and a fun 5 games to end the year, Mark.
It's going to be a great opening slate. It's been a great opening slate. It's going to be even better closing one. That East-West matchup in 2 weeks never disappoints. It's going to be a good one to come back to after the bye week.
Then we have college football tomorrow. How about Miami and Florida? Miami on the chopping block after 2 early losses, and the U might be the best team in the country.
Yeah, certainly Florida's got a lot to do. I think 5 picks for DJ Lagway at LSU last week. So looking for a rebound game there for the Gators, but a tall task going down there to the Gardens in Miami.
And then the Joe Browning matchup. Didn't have that one on my bingo card. Monday night, 8 o'clock. You can check that out. A couple of QBs slinging it with Bo Nix.
You're a 49ers fan. Turf Toe gets your quarterback. Turf Toe gets Joe Burrow. Tough year for the quarterbacks and their toes.
Watch all those games on ABC 45 and the ESPN app. So, back to this contest. The Villains. They're kind of stealing the thunder tonight, up 33-0. And we got a new kicker in now as we get the... Wait.
Who's it? Oh,
is that a T? Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
Trying a onside kick, it looks like. Okay, Dylan Noyola, what do you got for us here? The old sneak attack. And he pooches it to Sam Ball. Oh, and Sam gets body slammed by Carl Richburg. This team can tackle.
I'll tell you what, Evan, when Carl Richburg gets to the football, it's aggressive. I mean, he's not playing around. He gets his hands on a ball carrier, and he is getting them down to the ground and in a hurry with a little bit of aggression.
Bishop McGuinness pounding the football on the ground in that first half. Over 100 yards rushing, balanced attack. And then Styers has 2 touchdowns as well.
Just a smooth attack after that first drive. A little bumpy, but again, once they found pay dirt for the first time, they were off and running almost literally.
65 yards for Stewart and a couple of scores. And here comes Dean Aho. We know his brother, Miller Aho, great player here at Bishop. And a drop. Try to find ways to get the freshman involved. It's just right through his hands.
Got to get all of these guys a little bit of burn. Get them some reps, get them some experience in the football game. So when their number's called upon, you never know when that might be. They are ready for the opportunity because they've built up some experience throughout the course of the season.
I like the reps for the freshman. Unfortunately, able to take advantage of his new opportunity. Start of conference play. And Bishop McGuinness, a convincing start. Quarterback keeper. Good pursuit. And a tackle for Javel Freeman, the freshman DB. I love the stories of Freeman. Coach was saying he reminds him of primetime. And he said, hey, I'm primetime. And Coach said, you know, I have the Winston-Salem State record for interceptions, right? What have you done? He's like, well, I haven't caught a pick yet, but it's coming.
It's coming. I like the confidence, though. That's what you need. You need guys, especially in the defensive backfield, who are going to be confident enough to say things like, I'm primetime. You got to have guys like that back there who ooze that confidence going into any matchup.
Coach Middleton had 8 interceptions in 1 year at Winston-Salem State. That's the current single-season record.
Pretty impressive.
And here's the young Freeman, true freshman. His time's coming. It may not be tonight, but he'll make some plays. Styers with time. Oh, he's going for it. Oh, and finds his receiver. Touchdown, Bishop McGuinness.
Styers pass complete to number 16.
50-yard bomb to Brady Blom. And the clock is running here in Kernersville.
How about that offensive line? The protection, nice pocket that time for Styers to sit in, step into that throw, and fire a nice dart over the top. Brady Blom, the beneficiary, and it was all speed for number 16 in navy and gold.
The rent-a-home touchdown. Rent-a-home with a triad where property owners and tenants find their perfect fit. And now we need new gloves for the kick. Those are the wide receiver gloves. Now I need my hands to hold down this extra point.
Actually makes a pretty big difference. Get a good feel for the football, got to spin around, get those laces out in front.
Now Austin Stewart, the original kicker, gets a try at it. And he got it! Look at that! The golden boot! He's got his TikTok celebrations down after this kick just sneaks through. What a throw. Styers finds Blom, a 40-burger for Bishop here on my 48. Coming up in the fourth quarter, stay tuned for tonight's Carolina Classic Fair Player of the Game. The Classic Fair 10 Days of Awesome. And we'll have the Caring Hands Play of the Game. Caring Hands Home Health, put your loved ones in our Caring Hands. And of course, we'll have the Drive of the Game. Norris Automotive, complete foreign and domestic automotive repair, serving Mebane and Burlington. As long as I serve my Toyota RAV4, I'll be a happy camper.
Is that the one that you currently drive or the one that Mrs. has?
Oh, she has it now. I'm driving her, her Ford Explorer.
That's right.
Here's the kickoff for Bishop. Oh, it did not touch a player, so that should be out to the 35.
Flag on the play.
That bounce kind of confused Jervell Freeman.
Put your baseball cap on here, Evan. Takes a weird bounce right in front of the gloves.
The Bill Buckner situation.
Yeah. Well.
So keep in mind, in high school this year, 35 points, clock will run on this first snap.
Went out of bounds. He spotted at the
Doesn't stop for anything other than scores.
Or our media timeouts. We have do a quarter. We have a red hat. Keeps track of the 2-minute timeouts.
But Bishop has handled their business here tonight. They amass this lead. That clock starts to run. Now it's all about executing, still staying within the frame of the game and competing like it's 0-0.
First completion to Tim Smith, quarterback / receiver. And what makes this Bishop team dangerous here in league play, especially at the 2A level?
It's that front seven. Hands down, it starts up front. When you've got a dominant front seven, you can really wreak havoc on anyone. Think about how easy tonight has been for this defensive backfield because they have a front seven like they do in front of them that's able to generate pressure, stay sound in their gaps, defend the run. I mean, everything you want them to do, they can, and it makes life easy for these DBs.
Chance to move to 4-1. This defense, double-digit sacks on the year, led by Taylor. Taylor with more pressure. Oh, there's that pressure. Big hit. And an incompletion, wanting Chance Wilburn.
Coverage on the play for the Villains by number 11, Sam Ball.
Well, you just want to get the football up there. Taylor coming crashing down, and you really just want to get that football up in the air. Wilborn's the guy you want to go to. Problem is, when you've got big Sam Ball at 6'4" standing over the top to play a jump ball situation, more often than not, it's going to be Sam Ball that comes away victorious. It's another thing that even when we've seen this defensive backfield come into play, and you've got a guy like that and that size out on the perimeter, the mismatches you have already lined up just by that size are enormous.
And blocking Taylor has been a huge challenge tonight. There's Tim Smith back in at QB. Smith heaves a completion. There's a first down. Tristan Lowry, the freshman, he gets 14.
A little bit of Josh Allen right there. Improvisation, flicking it up the field, wide open, just sitting by himself in the middle. Gotta love that. Tristan Lowry finds a soft spot in the zone, and the awareness by Tim Smith to get that football out of his hand.
Oh, there we go. First down of the game for Winston-Salem Prep.
What a nice play by Tim Smith.
Crescent Ford first down. Crescent Ford of high points over the Triad since 1970. And since the 70s. A toss play. Ooh, nice broken tackle. And then good pursuit by this linebacking crew. Loss of 2 there. And pardon me, a stop by Thomas Hammond, the backup linebacker.
Thomas Hammond on the stop.
Sound play. Good pursuit. Again, if it's not the front four, it's these linebackers that really are able to crash down and even be that second wave of enforcers around the line of scrimmage, because a lot of those blockers are going to get held up by what that defensive line does. I mean, you can tell me, Evan, because you played in that position where you're along that front. When you've got guys up there that are able to handle that, it makes your linebacker work so much easier.
And the way these rush ends are pinching, really collapsing the pocket for Smith. Here's a low snap, better protection. Smith scrambles and fires it incomplete, wanting Wilborn. Chance Wilborn, what a kid, what a story. He's a team captain. You talk about elite personality, elite kid. He's a top 5 receiver in 1A football, and he's a family man. There's a lot going on in his life right now, and consoling with his coach, Deron Middleton. There's a father-son relationship between Chance and Deron.
I think for a coach like Deron, who understands the kids in the positions that they're in, you're being relatable, helping them out through these situations, that extends just so much further when it comes to Chance Wilborn, a guy that, when we talked to him this week, even said he put in plays this week just for him. So you talk about the football player, that's great, but the kid that he is, the man that he's growing into, and the mentor that he has in Coach Middleton is going to do him a lot of good in the future.
Yeah, Duran, who had a child in high school, noted how he has so much connection to these young student athletes. A lot of them, even his daughter at 21, he reminds him of these kids. And there's an incompletion, but you see the heart and the hustle of Winston-Salem Prep. Wanting Wilborn that time, the senior captain.
Just threw a little bit behind him, made it a little more difficult on Chance Wilborn than it needed to be. The arm strength is there, though, from Tim Smith. Something you noticed tonight. He has the arm to get the job done, just has to have the time to also be able to sit back there, survey, and find his receivers.
I think Wilborn might be hurt a little bit, too. He's getting slow to the field here for 4th down.
Moving pretty slow across the field.
So he's going to gut it out here on 4th and 16. Oh, Wilborn's got a fresh set of legs. He's sprinting. Smith heaves a prayer. There was a lot of contact. There's the pass interference on the defense. Pass interference, and that clock keeps ticking here with the 40-point difference. We might get this play call out before the 4-minute mark. High school, not a spot penalty. That 15-yard penalty should be enough for a first. Oh, there's the pride of Winston-Salem Prep. The cheer team's in full force tonight, all 3 of them. Might have used that extra body for a 15th player. Here's a quick screen pass. Wilborn. He's making the most of a nice play. This Chance Wilborn kid is special for Winston-Salem.
He sure is. That edge, that speed along the perimeter. You don't see a lot of kids like this that can play linebacker on one side and be really good in that position, especially tackling. And he has the size, certainly, to fit the mold there, but then turns over and becomes a wide receiver. Just speaks to the skill set and what he brings to the table.
Riley Stewart on the stop. Wilborn calling the play out to his receivers, to his linemen. He's directing traffic here for the Phoenix. Tim Smith back in at quarterback. Some time to protect him. Smith taking a shot. Oh, incomplete. He wanted Jamari Wilson, and he had a touchdown.
Young freshman's going to learn, just continue to run your route. He turned around too soon. You continue to run your route, get down the field. It gets past his outstretched fingertips because he doesn't run his route the entire way. That is a learning lesson right there. Because you certainly got a big gain right there if he comes down with that catch, and potentially their first points of the night.
There's a wide open man, too. Great play design from Duran Middleton, who said, we've worked a lot of trick plays in this week, tried to implement new things. We've seen the Statue of Liberty. We've seen double passes. Just not enough to score yet.
And again, that is the next challenge. How do they break through? This is a team that has not scored since week 1. So they're trying to find answers to move the football down the field and not just get down the field, but finish drives.
Here's 3rd and 4. Smith, he's running it. And Smith has got enough for the first. To the 30-yard line, Tim Smith. Tonight's game is also being streamed live on YouTube and Facebook. Tip Top Roofing helping us out with that. Faith Family Football and Roofing. And Facebook. And Tim Smith is literally playing through his jersey. He's given every inch he's got. He might need a belt post-game.
No.
But in the game.
This post-game going to help him a whole lot.
I don't know. Only 14 on the roster for Winston-Salem Prep. Everybody's playing both ways. Offense looking for a 2nd touchdown of the year.
So close. They've got a good drive going here, picking up a couple first downs, getting some steam, making the most of these opportunities.
Bringing in Chandler Arroyo. And incomplete. Also, the training staff woman right there thought she had the catch, but it slipped past her. It was neat. We saw Trey Stewart, former Jacksonville State DB and Vikings wide receiver on the practice squad. He's now helping out the staff here for the Phoenix.
Think about what that brings to this roster. Able to have a guy that has that next level experience, has seen a lot of really good football as well. You get a guy in your staff like that that can really get the job done in his playing career and then take that and implement it into a coaching way.
Joe Oglesby, the DC, played in college as well.
Yep.
Here at Winston-Salem State, so a lot of experience on the staff. And it sets up a second down. Good mentors here for the Preps program, just looking for success. Tim Smith rolls left, throws back right, and there's a first down.
How about that?
Finding Jamari Wilson.
What a dart.
Stay tuned tonight as we'll be highlighting the school bus stop of the game. The law in every state requires drivers to always stop for a school bus when the stop arm is out, the red lights are flashing.
That's a nice little throw. Good anticipation by Smith. Rolls out, kind of bounces into a set position to get those feet on the ground and fires a dart down the field.
Smith evades 3 tacklers. Here's Tim Smith inside the 5. And he's got the 2.
Smith is tackled at the 2-yard line by number 23. Luke.
You know, it's funny, Evan. This athleticism is starting to show up a little bit. You thought the Phoenix were going to be the ones at this point fatigued, but they're showing a little bit of life here at the end of the third quarter.
We'll take the timeout. Winston-Salem State knocking the door of a touchdown. We'll be back after this timeout. Welcome back to the start of the fourth quarter here at Bishop McGuinness High School. A 1A, 2A matchup. It's league play. And Bishop McGuinness dominating start, 40-0. Winston-Salem Prep, they're looking for their first touchdown since the opening week of the season in the Cook Reynolds red zone. We have a running clock. And now a drive chance here for Tim Smith early in this fourth quarter. Smith is confirming the placement with the referee. I don't know if this is Adam Sandler and replacements trick play or what's going on here, but here's Smith. And that running game's going nowhere. Nice pursuit, stopping Jamari Wilson. With some of the backups on defense. Luke Holton the stop.
A little bit of a different look there at that time as well. They decided to bring pressure, stopping the run, and it works to perfection. As blitzers get back there, disrupt it, Wilson had nowhere to go.
These are the drives that Deron Middleton noted. A lot of long scoring drives, but nothing in terms of points this year. Shut out in the last 3 games. But have averaged 250 yards a game. There's been a lot of success, just not the points.
Right, and this is going to be the next step for them, at least offensively, is when you get down here and you sustain these long drives, can you finish them and get points on the board via a touchdown?
A Bishop defense gave up just 6 points last week. They're pitching a shutout again. It's been the strength of the Villains this year is play action and an incompletion. Wanting Chance Wilborn, the captain.
He was right there. Kind of want to put that one on Wilborn a little bit because the pass was so low. But he at least got into a position, Smith did, for him to go down and make the play. Just a little too difficult for the captain, Chance Wilborn. Third and goal here. Expect that football to stay in Tim Smith's hands. I'm going to let him make a play.
Nice run. And a toss incomplete.
Smith's pass falls incomplete. Pressure by number 7, Rich Taylor.
And one note I want to clarify, Joel Oglesby played at Wake Forest, not at Winston-Salem State. My apologies. That's Deron Middleton, who played in town. And Joel's defense has had a tough night, but now for Middleton's offense, they're looking to punch it in.
Now one more chance here. Again, Middleton.
Oh, we have an injury timeout. That's stopping the clock here real fast. And unfortunately, it's Tim Smith.
Injury timeout on the field.
No, they're running. Okay. For the injury timeout, check it on Tim Smith. We got plenty of football when we come back. Stick around for the next 9 minutes. We'll see what happens here on My 48. Back following the injury timeout. Bishop McGuinness, their league home opener, dominating in the 1A, 2A West, 40-0 over Winston-Salem Prep. A chance here to get a lot of youngsters in there. And there's Ben Stewart, one of our players of the game. We'll touch on him in a moment. Star running back, linebacker, and here's a fourth and maybe the last chance to score in this game for Winston-Salem Prep. Unfortunately, quarterback Tim Smith exited with an injury, so he has to sit for this play. And now Jamari Wilson gets the football.
Wilson's quick with the ball in his hand. Watch for the ability for him to take off and run if you are the Villains defensively.
Here's fourth down. Running, and he's in there. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Winston-Salem Prep.
Second score of the year for Jamari
Number
Wilson
3,
in Winston-Salem
Jamari
Prep.
Wilson with the carry.
Said right off the top, we've seen Wilson tote the rock a little bit here tonight, and he had the short area burst to make some defenders miss and certainly create some space on his own. That time calls his own number right up the middle and extends that football across the goal line.
Good to see for Winston-Salem Prep getting in for the Renahoma Triad touchdown where property owners and tenants find their perfect fit. That's good hard-earned running for Wilson with the injured quarterback.
Really nice play as well. Just good recognition by Wilson. Don't force it into the end zone. Rely on your own ability to punch it in.
There's Wilson on the move. He evades pressure, and that'll stop a 2-point play.
Pass falls incomplete.
We'll take the timeout. Winston-Salem Prep gets on the scoreboard. Nice touchdown here, Mark.
Nice play, good recognition by Jamari up the middle, extends the rock for the score.
How about the school bus stop of the game, Mark? And it starts with the Morris Automotive drive of the game and our player of the game. We got everybody going on here for Bishop McGuinness.
Drive of the game, the second one of the night for the Villains offensively. Screens aplenty to start, ends in a touchdown, but it was the drive that set the tone for the rest of the evening, using that screen game to move this defense horizontally, get them worn down, and set them up for the runs up the middle. But this one ends with a passed ball in the end zone.
One of 2 passing touchdowns for Bishop McGuinness. And then to add the fun to it, a 2-point play for Ben Stewart. Now it's time for kickoff for the Norris Automotive drive of the game, serving Mebane and Burlington since '63. Winston-Salem Prep needed an extra player on the field. It was the touchdown man, Jamari Wilson, hustling out there. Only so many subs to work with. So Dylan Noyola will kick it off, the D lineman.
Thinking he scored a touchdown, might catch a little breather right there. Nope.
Not when you got 14 on the active roster tonight.
Not when you got 14.
That goes out of bounds, and the clock will start.
Ball goes out of bounds.
And Mark, how about this defense? Now we get our school bus stop of the game. Bishop McGuinness making things happen. No stopping and trying to beat that stop arm puts lives at risk, like this defensive effort.
All-around play defensively. That first drive, we talked about how the second drive set the tone for the offense. This first drive really set the tone for what the defense has done all night long. Getting into the backfield, forcing pressure, and forcing the issue against any ball carrier for the Phoenix here this evening. The Villains have been all over it from the jump.
Bishop McGuinness defense, double-digit sacks. They've been aggressive. Makes them a dangerous team here in 2A football. We look at some of the rankings coming in. Allegheny on this side of the bracket. They have Damon Davis and John LeMasters, great running backs. And, of course, Christ the King can air it out offensively. There's a lot of good offenses at this level, but Bishop may have the difference maker defensively.
Well, running the football and playing defense is tried and true. As long as football's been played, those have been the things that have been catalysts for championship teams.
Here's some pressure and an immediate completion.
Oh.
Whoa, a catch. And then a nice little run there. I didn't see Anderson Lynch on my bingo card, but he caught it and he got a first down.
What a play by Aiden Lynch, getting the football.
Oh, but now we have an injured quarterback, Tristan Styers. Ooh.
So he just kind of got laid up on,
Injury
twisted down for
timeout
that
on the
tackle.
field.
It's not. So while we have a moment checking on Styers, how about tonight's Caring Hands play of the game? Caring Hands Home Health, put your loved ones in our caring hands.
Well, Styers connecting deep down the field. Excellent pass down the field to Blom. Next, quarterback to quarterback. Great pocket to throw into, steps into it. Right amount of air. From there, it's Blom and his ability to pull away from those defenders. Our Caring Hands Home Health play of the game.
50-yard pitch and catch there for Blom. And then on the ground, it was the Stewart Show, our Carolina Classic Fair player of the game.
Well, one of our keys was offensive balance. Ben Stewart in that rushing attack, they've been able to bring it here tonight. They've kept his defense off balance really as much as you possibly can, but it's been a hard running of Stewart that's allowed them to get into the end zone a couple times, convert on a 2-point attempt. Screen pass here with a convoy in front to score his third touchdown tonight. Very fitting that Ben Stewart is our Carolina Classic Fair player of the game.
Unfortunately, Styers is in some serious pain. Quarterback here for Bishop.
Made a great play on that attempt. Gets the football out to Aiden Lynch, and he has a nice catch and run after that. But obviously it goes back to that tackle attempt on Tristan Styers. Who's been pretty impressive tonight.
Yeah, it's tough to see. Veteran leader, first-year quarterback. You don't know the severity of this, but it certainly looks pretty serious.
And think about the role he plays in this offense. Fills in for a guy graduating, Alex Waterfield, who we saw our fair share of times, 60 total touchdowns in his career. So a guy who had experience, had the ability to direct this offense. So you stay underneath him for a couple years, see how he engineered everything. Certainly couldn't have hurt what Tristan Styers did developmental-wise. Helps him out a ton. Through the first 4 weeks of this season, now through this game, he has been masterful in commanding the offense, getting them down the field.
So I'm going to try to get Tristan back up.
Let's have a big hand for Tristan Styers.
That's not a good sign. Hopefully he's okay. Not putting a ton of weight on any of those ankles.
You got to think about what it does on the field, at least for this Villains team. Losing a guy like that who's been so effective through the first 4 weeks, really the first 5, including tonight.
So now the clock will resume. We'll check on Styers, and here's Grant Moya, third string quarterback, getting an opportunity, senior. And that's the realities of this game sometimes. You never know when you can get hurt.
Yep.
Hope it makes you wonder that the backups are getting some good reps here in the fourth quarter. Oh, big hit. Strong tackle by Jordan Haney.
By number 2, Lynch. On the tackle by number 55.
Saw Lynch on the last play.
Jordan
Get the nice catch and run after the shovel pass out to him, and now gets the football, but he gets leveled, the second level.
Grant Moya.
One kind of hit. Certainly have been impressed by the way these kids from Winston-Salem Prep have really competed tonight here, Evan.
Yeah, Haney's a heck of an athlete. He'll be playing in college somewhere.
Yeah.
Wilborn's got some talent. So we tick out the final 6 minutes with the running clock.
I know we've said it a couple times, but when you really think about 14 kids being on the field tonight for the Phoenix, right? They've got to be just gassed at this point, but they're still going out there and competing at a pretty high level.
Ball carried by Anderson.
Another good stop for this defensive line, and that's Willie Little, who's a big blitzer on this defense, because Little, I mean, look how tiny he is. He's not a defensive lineman, but he has to play it because of the depth that this Phoenix program has.
But he also plays offensive line, and that's the beauty of it. He goes both ways like so many of these guys do.
And as
Really
Coach said, about 6 or 7 players unavailable due to injury or personal reasons.
Yep.
So it's not a fully healthy Phoenix.
But the way that they have come out here tonight, to still be on the field competing, and in the late stages of this football game, able to put points on the board, really commendable job to Coach Middleton and his staff.
So it comes down to third down, final 5 minutes for Moya. There's a blitz, and another good pursuit. There's no stopping Willie Little. Look at this kid. He's playing out of position. He's got a dwarf jersey on. And he's celebrating after every tackle. He's having a blast.
It's the beauty of sports, Evan. Come out here, have some fun. And there's a lot of times where these guys come in, and whether you're winning or losing, you're just happy to play the game and have this time out on the field.
And a whistle.
Flag on the play.
Unfortunately, 5 free yards for Bishop. That's our 13th combined penalty tonight. We will have the week off next week for Friday Night Rivals, and then bounce back with a lot of teams in league play starting in October. Maybe a chance to cleanse the soul, maybe a trip to the mountains.
Maybe? Oh, maybe for you.
Maybe a trip to Clemens, maybe a trip to Mountain Fried Chicken. We can go to a lot of places.
On Winston-Salem Prep.
I think one of us might be pretty west of here in the mountains.
Here's fourth down. I've heard Ronnie Wings might be on tap in a couple weeks. And the running game is going to end up just short of the sticks. There's a stop for Winston-Salem Prep.
Really nice job. Defensively, there's Willie Little yet again. 3 plays in a row, mixing it up a little bit
He's
down
smiling.
there.
He's having a blast. He said, I can wear this 56 all day. I said, Mr. Referee, I got him. I'm usually number 22, but I got to wear 56 because I got kids on vacation this week. He's just making plays.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
A junior. This prep program is going to learn so much this year with North Stokes coming up next week. A short week. They'll play Thursday. So Chandler Arroyo will be the new running back. Here's The mobile Jamari Wilson. And he finds the receiver. There's Chance Wilborn. A couple of successful drives here for the Phoenix. And Wilborn, he's having fun too.
Sure is.
You couldn't tell me this team's 0-4 and hadn't scored a touchdown until tonight.
They came straight out of the slot that time, just ran right up that hash and settled down into the defense. Jamari's able to settle down, find him just wide open in the middle of the field. Nice recognition from the quarterback spot from Jamari Wilson.
Yeah, well done on the tip-top roofing first down. Wilson again. The freshman quarterback heaves one up. It's caught. That's Tim Smith. Where was this offense in the first quarter? Here we go. Pick it pop.
Here we go.
Number 1, Tim Smith.
Getting down the field. Willie Little's down there yet again. Celebrating. How about this? Smart play, though. Jamari Wilson gets outside the pocket, away from all that pressure, and then just throws one up. Tim Smith tracking it down yet again.
Had just 2 receptions all year before tonight. Uh-oh. Wilson, be smart. Throw it away. No, run. Just keep running. Oh, just keep running. Turns that into a 5-yard gain and a timeout for Winston-Salem Prep. So that will stop the clock. And now we have a whistle after the play.
Tackled by number 30, Thomas
How did he
Hammond.
even get away from
Number 50, Grayson Wheeler.
Amari Wilson hit the human B button and avoided a ton of traffic.
Flick the right stick right here, juke up field, a little bit of stiff arm in there.
It looks great in Madden, but when it plays out in real life, then you're really doing something right.
Exactly.
There's also a flag, so we get a lot more of Cardis Reed. This guy needs a commercial. On sportsmanlike, that's going to back up the Phoenix. Final minute after the timeout and the penalty. Wilson takes a deep shot, and it's picked off. An interception will end it. That's Owen Reek with the pick.
By number 15, Owen Rick. Rick with the interception.
And this defense at Bishop McGuinness causing turnovers all night.
Yep, done a great job. It's not been the pressure, or if it has not been the pressure, it's been that defensive secondary making plays here in the second half. Turnover chain down there on the field, flashing that villain gear. One more time this evening. What a performance by the Bishop McGuinness Villains. Defensively, offensively, did just enough. Get those 40 points on the board to come away with a victory in Week 5.
The Villains are roaring 4-1 and a convincing league play start. Watch out, 2A football. Bishop McGuinness gold chained it up, and they played some good football. 46 win. We'll step aside for our player interviews and to celebrate. Nice start to the prep season. We'll take a timeout here on My 48.
We're ready. Back here in Kernersville, Dave Gordon with a victorious Bishop McGuinness team, 40-6 over Winston-Salem Prep. And Avery McMullen, your guys were pretty solid all night long.
Yes, sir. We fought hard, executed in the second half. I was proud of the way our guys fought all the way throughout.
We talked at halftime about how hard it is sometimes to keep them going if they're up big, but your coaching, whatever you told them worked.
Yeah, we had a good talk at halftime, came out ready to go in the second half, finished it out. Proud of them.
Well, congratulations with the win. You get the Friday Night Rivals trophy. Here it is. Congrats.
Thank you.
All right. That's the story here on the field. Guys, let's go back up to the booth.
There's a little more juice from the villains. They weren't as pumped up as we were hoping right away, but they brought the energy late. Hopefully Styers is okay as well, their quarterback. A dominant win for Bishop McGuinness.
Yep, just wall to wall, line to line, start to finish. They did it all tonight. Great defensive performance as well. I think that's going to be the key for them down the stretch, is how well that front seven continues to play.
That's how you do it. Dominant performance from Bishop. I want to take a moment to thank all of our sponsors, Capital Metals, Cook Reynolds, Mountain Fried Chicken, and Patriot Pretzel Company for the halftime contest. Finally, for our high schools and their admin, support of the Carolina Classic Fair makes a wonderful season. We take a week off. Mark heads to a bachelor party, and then next Friday, October 3rd, East Forsyth, West Forsyth. A fun battle. Our producer, Lori Bates, she'll be all over the field, rocking and rolling in Clemens on My 48 Sports. Thanks for joining us tonight. For Dave Gordon on the field, for Drew DiMarcantonio's son, AJ, my favorite DiMarcantonio, and for Lori Bates, I'm Evan Budrovich. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. West versus East. Tonight, it's all Bishop McGuinness in a fun 1A, 2A matchup. We're signing off on My 48 Sports. We'll see you in 2 weeks for West and East. Have a good night. Enjoy your weekend.